Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow has not yet come. We have only today. Let us begin. Mother Teresa said that with a smile you could feel, not from comfort, from a life spent on streets, in hospitals at the bedside of the dying. She believed in starting today, in starting small, and tonight we begin with just 3 little words, 3 words you can whisper in the dark. 3 words that can change a heavy heart. 3 words that feel simple but carry a life inside them. Let those words sit. I am yours. Say it softly. To God if you believe. To love itself if you're searching. To the call that has been tugging on you for a while. I am yours. Mother Teresa used to say, He will use you to accomplish great things on the condition that you believe much more in His love than in your weakness. That is the heart of I am yours. It's surrender, but not defeat. It's the surrender that gives you back your strength, because it lifts the weight you've been carrying alone. She learned this not in the quiet of a monastery, but in the heat of Calcutta, eaten by maggots, ignored by crowds who were scared to get involved. She did not plan a campaign. She did not call a meeting. She knelt. She picked him up with her hands. She carried him home. I am yours, not I feel ready, not I have enough resources, just a heart that said yes. When you say, I am yours, you open your hands. You let courage enter where anxiety used to live. It does not fix everything at once, but it moves your next step. And that next step is all any of us ever truly have. So tonight, in your room, or on a bus, or in a hospital waiting hall, whisper it, I am yours. See what softens, see what strength returns. Here is the second 3-word prayer. You are precious. Mother Teresa knew the deepest poverty is not hunger, though. It is to feel unwanted, unloved, and uncared for. She would walk to the person everyone avoided, the one who smelled of the street, who mumbled, who was too loud, and she would look at them like they mattered, because they did. She would bathe a body no one wanted to touch. She would wrap clean cloth around wounded skin and say, sometimes only with her eyes, you are precious. I don't have a hospice. I don't run a mission. You don't need one. You have a phone and the voice and a neighbor and a coworker who hides their peers in the stairwell, and a child who misbehaves because they are afraid. You have a family member who talks too much because silence scares them. You are precious can be a glance that lingers long enough to say, I see you. It can be a note that simply says, I'm here. It can be the way you wait an extra beat before replying, so your words land as balm, not fire. There is a story from the Home for the Dying where an old woman was brought in, frail and stiff with fear. She wouldn't eat. She wouldn't look at anyone. A sister sat beside her and fed her slowly, one spoon at a time, saying little, just being present. After a while, the woman whispered, all my life I felt like a burden. I feel like a person. You are precious did that. No sermon, no argument, just love, quietly stubborn, sitting and staying. If you're thinking, but what if I'm the one who needs to hear it? Then tonight, hear it. You are precious. Not because you got it all right, because breath still moves through you, because the image of God still burns in you, even if dim, because life has not given up on you. Let that be your medicine. And the third three-word prayer, I forgive you. These words are heavy. Forgiveness is not forgetting the harm or excusing injustice. Mother Teresa did not teach passivity. She taught freedom. She said, if we really want to love, we must learn how to forgive. Why? Because bitterness chains your soul to the moment of hurt. It keeps the wound open. Forgiveness does not make wrong things right. It lets your heart breathe again. There was a young nurse who worked with the missionaries of charity. She told a story of a man who spit at her when she brought him water. He had been wronged by others and wore his anger like armor. She wanted to shout. Instead, the next day, she came again. He spit again. She came again. On the fourth day, he took the cup with trembling hands and said, why? She answered softly, because I forgive you, because I want peace for you. He began to drink. Sometimes I forgive you is the only key that fits the rusted lock. Tonight, maybe I forgive you is too big. Mother Teresa would not scold you, Tasa. She would take your hand and say, start small. Begin with, I want to forgive. Or, help me forgive. If you can, add their name. Whisper it like putting a stone down by the road, a stone you no longer have to carry. Let's breathe. I am yours. You are precious. I forgive you. 3 little doors out of the crowded room of fear, cynicism, and pride, and each door is chosen with your lips in the quiet night. If you need a bit of scripture to hold on to, remember this: love one another as I have loved you. The words are simple and terribly demanding, but Mother Teresa's genius was to shrink mountains into next steps. Love one. Start there. She loved repetition, because repetition builds muscle. So repeat with me softly. I am yours. You are precious. I forgive you. How do these 3 words look in your real life? Let's walk through. You are at the sink. The dish is crusted, the day was long, and you feel like you're the only one who notices. D. Wash the dish, not because it is dirty, nor because you are told to wash it, but because you love the person who will use it next. That is I am yours in action. It is service that flows from belonging, not obligation, almost invisible, and it changes the temperature of a home. You are standing in a line at the pharmacy. The person ahead is angry, rude, spilling their frustration onto the clerk. You are precious is not silent approval. It is recognition without escalation. It might be a kind word to the clerk after. It might be, how are you holding up? The clerk breathes, the fire cools. You are precious. You open your messages and see a name that knots your stomach. I forgive you could be a quiet prayer, not a text at least, not yet. It could be the choice to stop reading the hurt over and over like a script. It could be laying that script down, even for tonight. One night of unclenched fists can teach your heart a new way to beat. Mother Teresa kept a small wooden sign in her chapel with 2 words, I thirst, the words of Jesus. She believed God thirsts for our love, our time, our presence. Maybe that is why I am yours moves so deeply. It is your heart answering a thirst. It is a meeting in the middle. If you are not sure you believe, start with the human thirst. The longing to be held, to be useful, to be seen. Since these 3 prayers meet that longing, they anchor you, they pull you out of the wind. There is a fear that if we love like this, we will be used up. Mother Teresa understood. She also said, we must not give only the leftover of our time. She guarded silence so her love would refill. So do not forget the quiet. In the spaces of the day, hold a minute of stillness. Put your hand on your heart. Say, I am yours. Let silence be the cup you drink from. Now, palsy with me. Take 1 slow breath in, 1 slow breath out. Inwardly, say the one you need most tonight. I am yours. You are precious. I forgive you. Let it land. Tease you because you think it erases justice. It doesn't. Forgiveness can stand with truth. It can say, that was wrong, and I won't let it happen again, and still choose not to poison your own heart. Mother Teresa moved with clear eyes. She did not romanticize suffering. She brought order to chaos, 1 small act at a time. So speak to someone who hurts you. Then speak it to yourself tonight. The dignity everywhere, including in her own tired face in the mirror. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Tell your tired self you are precious, and then treat yourself that way. Sleep, water, a kind word, a boundary that protects your healing. Mothers, fathers, caretakers, students, workers in the night shift, I want to say this gently. Your work in the shadows matters. The world won't clap. The street won't cheer. But heaven sees love keeps score in a different book, one filled with small hidden lines of gold. I want to ask you something. Which three-word prayer will you carry tonight, and why? Share your line below. If this quiet space helps you breathe, would you tap like and subscribe so we can keep meeting here in the dark, gently, week after week? There was a man who volunteered at the home for the dying after his wife passed. He arrived bitter, wrapped in simple work, making tea, folding cloth, sitting with those who were alone. He told a friend later, "I came to be useful. I stayed because a woman dying asked me my name. And when I told her, she smiled like I was the first person she had met that day. I felt precious. Love had come back to him through his own hands. That is the secret. When you tell others you are precious, your own soul hears it too. When you say, 'I forgive you,' the first chain to loosen is on your wrist. Strength enters places you thought were closed forever. This soul feels restless. Try this tonight. Ding the doorway of whatever room carries the most noise, the kitchen, the hallway where shoes pile, the room with the screen that never sleeps. I am yours then. If you can, enter and touch one object with care. A plate, a shoe, a couch cushion. Say, 'You are precious.' Let your breath slow. I forgive you to the day, to yourself, to the mistakes that keep knocking. Close the light softly. It's a small ritual, but small things build homes that can hold storms. Mother Teresa's teaching was not complex. That's why we try to make it complicated. We're afraid simple things might be true. But she knew peace begins with a smile. She knew kindness goes in silence. She knew joy hides in service. She taught her sisters to move their feet before their mouths, to speak love with hands first. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Begin now with little words. Teach the children these lines. Tape them to a fridge. Place them on your phone lock screen. Let them be your path back when anger or despair comes. There is one more thing. They are habits of the heart. So a time. On days when you cannot feel them, say them anyway. Feelings follow practice. Clouds still move, even when the wind is slow. And when you fail them, you will start again. Mother Teresa said, "Yesterday is gone. We have only today. Let us begin." Tomato, that tonight be your beginning again. Before you sleep, sit on the edge of your bed. Breathe, whispered the one you need most. If it's "I am yours" beer being held by hands larger than yours. If it's "You're a precious," picture the face of someone who needs that truth, even if that someone is you. If it's "I forgive you," imagine the chain falling to the floor. Hear it, feel the room open. This is how the world changes. Not with noise, with hearts quietly turned. 'Tis with simple words repeated. With doorways blessed by presence. With dishes washed in love. With names spoken gently. With mercy that refuses to keep score. I am yours. You are precious. I forgive you. May these words walk with you tonight. May they soften what is hard and strengthen what is weak. May peace enter by the window and lay down its head in your home. And may you wake ready to begin again, not to love the nearest thing with all you have. Gid. Night, and God bless you.